This Friday is the first big Warhammer preview of the year, and of course, like we always do on my channel, this is my hopes, my thoughts, my predictions, mixing a little bit of rumour spice, a little bit of preview that GW have already put out this past week, by the way, which is really getting my gears turning in my head. It's 40k and Horus Heresy. There is some Blood Bowl there as well, but I absolutely know zero about Blood Bowl. I can give some predictions if you want me to give some predictions, but I normally want to focus on 40k and the Horus Heresy. So let's jump in. And of course, let's get waffling. Now, for those of you wondering what time it kicks off, image in the background right now. Again, 16th of January, 7:30 my time, UK time, the best time, of course, but it's all the times there, you know, for Eastern, Pacific, European time, etc., etc. As you can see as well, Warhammer 40,000, Horus Heresy, Blood Bowl, and Age of Sigmar. They've already put out a little video about the teasers of potentially what we could see here, which again, I'm going to go over in this video, and I want to start, of course, with Warhammer 40,000. Now, the big thing to talk about with Warhammer 40,000, of course, is the things that they've already kind of shown off, and that is the Red Corsair stuff. We know we've just got a new Huron Blackheart. Huron's coming with his command squad. There has been some images that have leaked that already confirmed the next book in the series. We've seen some Aeldari Corsairs. We'll jump into the Aeldari Corsairs in just a second. But the big thing, again, image in the background right now, is that command squad. We've seen already the Apothecary from that command squad. I expect we're going to see the rest of that command squad as well. I think that is absolutely nail on in the coffin. That's going to happen. Now, there's also one other more unit apparently coming for the Red Corsairs. The way it's been described to me is like a hunter type of unit. I'm not sure what it looks like. There's been a lot of theories at this moment what it could look like. It's going to be like dog soldiers and stuff, because apparently the command squad has some type of dog soldier. Everyone keeps telling me and stuff like that. Absolutely no idea. But what I do know is that we are going to have more Red Corsair reveals. So I hope we get more Red Corsair reveals. Hopefully, what they will show off as well at this preview is a Red Corsair upgrade kit. Because if you look at like what we've seen with the command squad already, like some of the little bits like the Red Corsair shoulder pads and stuff, it would be absolutely fantastic if we got, of course, the command squad that's already been confirmed. We just see the silhouettes and stuff, but an upgrade kit on top of that. So if you do go out and buy your Legionnaires for Chaos, Terminator squads, etc., then you can have a nice little upgrade kit for the Red Corsairs that blend it all together. I think that would be a massive win. Have I heard anything about that? Absolutely zero in the rumors, which again makes my head scratch, because that'd be one of the best things they could release with all of this. But yes, first thing on the list, Red Corsairs, the command squad, the hunters. I think they're definitely going to be shown off with the 40k reveals. Now, that is just one side of the Corsair coin. If we flip it over, we've got more Corsairs. This time, Aeldari Corsairs. Again, the whispers, the rumors, I've been waffling about this now for absolute months upon months upon months on the channel. We're going to get a new Prince Yiril. We have now seen those new troops, the flying troops and stuff. There's supposed to be a new Viper kit. Again, with all the leaks, it's more or less been confirmed that is all happening. There's supposed to be some type of seer as well, which you can slightly see a part of the leaks. I try and get the leaks in the background and stuff like that now, so you can see what I'm talking about. But all this, of course, is surrounding around the Lords of the Maelstrom. That's what, well, the Maelstrom, that's going to be the next big campaign. We've just had the 500 Worlds. That is about to release this week with Titus and everything inside of there. And of course, this one, the Maelstrom, is the next part of that ending saga that is going to lead to the 11th edition, next edition this year, around spring, summertime. Now, again, something I have heard is something called Lords of the Maelstrom, and that's supposed to be a box set. Now, I'm wondering if this is going to be a versus battle box set that will have the Red Corsairs in there and the Aeldari Corsairs, because they're fighting in this book. It would make sense, right? A big battle box, and of course, the books potentially separately, and you go in, you can get the Red Corsairs, you can get the Aeldari Corsairs, split it with a friend. It could be a pretty decent box. If it's not dedicated to a versus box, well, Lords of the Maelstrom, I'm going to say that's more or less Red Corsairs rather than the Aeldari Corsairs. Again, prove me wrong if you want to prove me wrong. I don't really mind. But I'm putting all my money on potentially a versus box. I think that's going to be better for people who want to buy it and potentially get as many models as possible. But yes, I do think not only we're going to get Red Corsairs, we're also going to get the Aeldari Corsairs previewed at this event. Again, that is more or less a hook, line, and sinker. It's already leaked it's bound to be shown off at this event in its full glory, and we're going to see a new print Giro and all that fancy stuff. Now, one of the things I do hope we see at this event, and I'm not really sure if this works with the timeline of GW's releases, because again, we've just getting the 500 Worlds, we're about to get the Maelstrom book, and apparently there's going to be another book called, or something based around the Eye of Terror. I'm not sure if it's going to be called Eye of Terror, but I've been hearing some rumors about boxes and stuff called Eye of Terror, and I think this is where the big Chaos releases are going to be coming in that we've been waffling about on the channel. Again, one of the big ones is the Defiler. Apparently the Defiler is this amazing, brand new, awesome, well, of course it's going to be a brand new kit, but you know, like bigger, more cooler looking kit. There's rumors that it's going to have like multiple head options, so you can have like an Emperor's Children head, a Thousand Sun head on it, so you can add it to those God-aligned factions, or I should say Chaos Warbands. Another thing as well is the Mutilators. That's a really, really big thing. And when it comes to the Mutilators, I think they've actually previewed them already. Again, image in the background. This is from the rumor engine from Tuesday this week as I'm recording this video. I'm recording this on a Wednesday. So this was the other day they released this. A lot of people are saying that this potentially is for the Defiler. Apparently the Defiler's flail is going to be a lot bigger, a lot meaner. Like that's going to be like a really big like flail claw, if that makes sense. I don't know, right? But that's what it's described to me. A flail claw that's going to be slapping you in the face, where this one actually belongs to the Mutilator kit. The Mutilator kit, that's supposed to have like little claws on it and stuff like that. Like one hand is supposed to be like kind of bladey, cut off kind of thing, where you just punch him in the face, a load of blades, and the other hand is like you know, claws and these type of flails. I don't know, that's what got whispered to me, right? That's got whispered in the rumors. So I'm putting all my money that the image that they put out in the rumor engine is those Mutilators. Again, from what I've been hearing in the whispers, the Mutilators are supposed to be coming in a box of 3, 1, 2, 3 in there, and that's part of the big Chaos launch around the Eye of Terror. On top of that, of course, is the Iron Warriors, and I think the story is mostly going to be dedicated to revolve around or involve the Iron Warriors. Now, is this leading up to something bigger? I personally think it is. I personally think now they are hinting at or laying the foundation to Perturabo coming back. Is he going to come back this edition? I highly doubt it, but I'm going to say this right now. Next edition, 11th edition, I think that's the edition that Perturabo comes back. Vastor, Perturabo. Vastor's doing a lot of shenanigans. He's been working with Perturabo so much in the past, like their stories are going to interact at some point. Again, the Iron Warriors are working with Vastor. It just makes sense to bring that Primarch, or I should say that Demon Primarch back, because he's a traitor. He's a dirty traitor, okay? Betrayed the Imperium because he couldn't build a road. What a loser. So, yes, I do think Perturabo is coming, but I don't think it's going to be this edition. I think it's going to be next edition sometime, probably towards the mid to end of next edition. Maybe they'll do it at the start. Who the hell knows? But when it comes to the Iron Warriors, yes, they're getting a brand new combat patrol, and of course, they're getting that rumored upgrade kit as well. Hopefully, we'll see that at the event. The only reason why I don't think we'll see it at the event is potentially, again, timelines. They would really want us talking about the Eye of Terror when they want us talking about the Maelstrom, right? GW love leading you blind into every single week, so you spend as much money as possible. So you're not saving for the Iron Warriors stuff, you're not saving for the Defiler, the Mutilators and stuff. They wanted to spend all your money on the Corsair stuff. So, I don't know, maybe a slight tease, maybe a little tease at the end of the show, like the Eye of Terror is also coming kind of thing. But it'd be great to see the Mutilators, it'd be great to see the Defilers, the Iron Warrior stuff, to get people talking about it, but I just don't think GW is going to do that, personally. And again, I just want to thumb this softy in there right at the end of the 40k shenanigans. Primarchs, okay? Yes, we've talked about loyalists. Sorry, we've talked about not loyalists, traitor Primarchs, Perturabo, loyalist Primarchs. I did a rumor video a couple of days ago talking about Guilliman, and potentially Guilliman is supposed to be getting a model for 40k. All this Ultramarine hype, all these videos building up and stuff like that, you know, it was all nonsense, and it never really led anywhere because they've already revealed everything that they revealed with the Ultramarines. Maybe it was building up to a new Guilliman model being released for Warhammer 40,000. Again, I've heard it's both happening for 30k and 40k now, and it does make sense because Primarch sell. Guilliman's model, I want to say it's old. It came out 8th edition, and that was 8 years ago now. Wait, we've got 9, we've had 10, and it's 3 years, about to go to 11th. So yeah, around 7, 8 years. Again, if my maths are wrong, right, I'm sorry, you're wrong. But it's not really that old as a model. But one thing that GW do know is that Primarch models sell like hotcakes. So if they keep putting them out there, people are keep going to be buying them. And I do think Guilliman's model is very, very subpar. I think it's a great model, but I still think it's subpar to the Lions model. Like, the Lions model's just got so much badass where he's walking, he's got his sword at his side, like, I'm about to tan someone's ass here. And Guilliman's on the rock, like, herp-a-derp, you know, kind of thing. So, yes, if they do a new model for Guilliman, I'm all for it. And hopefully it just looks absolutely amazing. Maybe not do the Joffrey face, because that's all I see when I look at Guilliman with that model without his helmet on. But yes, maybe, just maybe, a little bit of something. That's more of a hope. That's more of a prediction theory kind of thing. But yes, that's what I would like to see from this event personally, from me. And that leads us, of course, into the Horus Heresy segment. And there's quite a little bit to talk about with the Horus Heresy. There is some Marine stuff I want to talk about, but of course, I'm going to start with the big elephant. Well, I say elephant, the big banana in the room. And that, of course, is the Custodes. Again, I did a rumor video a couple of days ago. The Custodes stuff that I've heard about is that they're going to be getting a full refresh to their range. A complete refresh. A lot of stuff is going to be redone in plastic. I'm not sure about the flyers, but I've heard the dreadnoughts, the tanks, etc. All done in plastic. This is the way that GW has been wanting to go now for a while. And of course, the Custodes are about to get that treatment. We've already started to see it with Horus Heresy plastics, with certain units. You know, the Cataphracta, the Tartarsaurus Terminators will eventually be going in plastic, with their like upgraded scale and stuff like that. You know, all the marks of armor and stuff for Space Marines, plastic, plastic, plastic. So, you know, the next big step is the Custodes. And of course, the big talking point about this is new Custode, well, I say characters, HQs. Apparently one of them is going to be a female custodian. I'm not sure if it's going to be a shield captain. I'm not sure if it's going to be like a head upgrade kit. Absolutely no idea. But those are going to be start putting into the range according to the whispers that I've heard. So I think this is going to be the show that actually shows that off. It's going to be very, very interesting to see people's reaction on the live stream to seeing all this previewed off. But yes, big Custodes stuff is going to be shown off this Friday. But that's not it for the Horus Heresy. Again, like I said, there's more Marine stuff coming. And that stuff that I'm hearing about is going to be a bunch of brand new kits. What I've heard through the whispers is that what GW are focusing on right now at the moment is getting Mark IV out there in plastic. With Mark IV, I've been hearing whispers of like, are they called Desolator Squads? Desolation Squads? Sorry, Horus Heresy people. I'm butchering your squad names. I'm sorry. I'm a 40k guy. I know I love Primarchs and stuff, but 40k is my baby. But Desolator Squads and stuff. We've talked about rumors before about Justarian getting brand new a brand new release in plastic. Of course, that's down to, I've heard a brand new Abaddon supposed to be coming out in plastic. Abaddon, Justarian, it all makes sense, right? Because Cataphracts has been redone. This is what I mean about all the stuff that I keep waffling about. When they go to plastic and they do new stuff in plastic, that means they start designing everything again in plastic. So if you've got anything in resin that's a Cataphracta, bet your bottom dollar eventually it's going to be redone in plastic. But I've heard the first big things, of course, are going to be those Justarians with the Cataphracti stuff. Again, just like Guilliman in 40k, I want to talk about Guilliman in 30k, because apparently Guilliman is getting a new model in 30k as well as 40k. All the Guillimans, right? We've had 2 Guillimans, now expect to get 4 Guillimans, just like there's 2 Calgars, just like there's 2 Chaos Icariuses, just like there's 2 Tituses, right? The Ultramarines get 2 of everything, because they need it, right? Because they're constantly dying because they're losers on the battlefield. There, I said it, Ultramarines. Suck it up and get good. But yes, I expect most of the stuff shown off during the Horus Heresy to be Custodes. I'd be very, very surprised if we do get something else. Maybe Mechanicus. Maybe something Mechanicus or Dark Mechanicus, maybe. But I expect most of it to be dedicated to the Custodes. I'm going to say to the Horus Heresy. It's all Horus Heresy. To the actual Adeptus Custodes. And apparently their big range refresh, which I keep hearing about. But yeah, it's funky, it's fun, it's happening this Friday. Again, I'm going to be doing a full watch along with it. Come and join me over on my channel. We're going to be doing some big giveaways at the end of it and stuff like that. I got a bunch of stuff to give away, box sets, etc. and everything like that. We always have fun. No matter what's shown off, it could be the worst thing in the world. Look at the last preview show they did. They couldn't even get the lights right, but we just laughed, we enjoyed ourselves. It was just fun. It's just being surrounded with friends, all laughing and all enjoying the same thing. That's what it's about at the end of the day, right? It's about having a smile on your face and just enjoying it. So stop by, have a laugh, and I'll see you hopefully then on Friday. Apart from that, have a great day, evening, night, where you are in the world. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, predictions, hopes for yourself, post it down below, and we'll have a nice chin wag in the comment section, as we always do. See ya, and bye-bye.